everybody, what's up? It's Grace, and today I'm going to be doing the spooky Halloween tag, which was created by my best friend McKenna, and she just took a bunch of questions from her Instagram, Halloween related, and put together a tag, which I think is pretty awesome. Decided to do it. I got my cool new Halloween Mickey Mouse ears that I got at Disneyland. They light up and transition. If you can kind of see, it's a little bright, but it's like a party on my head. I love anything Halloween related, so let's get on with the questions. Question number 1 is witches or wizards, and while I love witches, I think witches are more realistic because there are people on this earth that practice witchcraft, and whether they get anywhere with it or not, there's witches out there, so I feel they're very real, and I haven't had an experience with a ghost. I would love to have one, even though I'd probably scream and cry, but I've always had this kind of fantasy that I would befriend a ghost. If they're scary or if they just look like a little person in a white sheet, I'm cool with it. I would go with ghosts. Next question is, what's the worst Halloween you've ever had? And personally, I don't think I've ever had a horrible Halloween. There was one year where I wasn't able to dress up because I was in the play Peter Pan and we had to rehearse every night for like 3 months straight, I think it was. While I didn't dress up, I was still having a lot of fun, and I did go to a party that year, not on Halloween, but I did go to a costume party. There was a year that my mom made me dress up in this like leopard costume that was like a onesie. It was super thick and it was very warm because it was freezing outside, but I wanted to dress up like my Renaissance princess, and I was real mad at my mom. Mom, why'd you do that to me? But anyway. That's probably the worst Halloween I've ever had, and I was like 7 and I still got to eat a bunch of candy, so really it was a good Halloween. The next question is, if you could create your own potion or spell, what would it do? That is so hard. If I could only do one. There's a lot of things I would want to do. I would want to like have fun, maybe punk some people, but at the same time I could use these powers for good. Maybe I'd want to heal, because there's times where like somebody's gotten hurt and I'm always like, dang, it would be so cool if I like had a healing power or something. And how awesome would it be if you like broke your leg or your arm and it's very inconveniencing, so you just do the spell and you're fine. So I would say healing, because it would come in handy all the time. So the next question is, what is your dream couple's costume? I have 2 for this. The first one being Captain America and Peggy Carter, because in their military getup, because I think they look fly. So maybe their story doesn't end that great, but they look great, and I just think it'd be a really cool costume to do. Also, I love those characters, and freaking Ron and Hermione, okay? Even though I'm a Hufflepuff, I would love to be Hermione. Get myself a redheaded boyfriend, I'd be so down. The next question is, what are you doing this Halloween? And I have the same answer that McKenna said, because me, her, and Sierra, we're all hanging out. We're gonna go to Disneyland, go to some haunted houses, hopefully go see a scary movie. I don't know, because we've been Googling like scary movies to watch, and the only thing playing is Ouija, which looks like a great scary movie, but I'm gonna go see that with my work friends. If it's good enough, I'll go see it again, but I don't really want to see it twice. It's kind of crappy because it's Halloween, or it's October, and it just doesn't look like a lot of scary movies are going to be playing, and it's just frustrating because that should be the only thing playing in the theaters. Except they are going to be showing all the Harry Potters, I heard, so that is cool. So maybe we'll do that. I don't know. Next question is, what is your favorite Halloween candy? And I don't really like candy. I always got really happy when they gave me bags of pretzels when I went trick-or-treating when I was little. I don't know if you guys got those. And also bags of chips. Like, I like chips, stuff like that, more so than I like sweets. I don't have a favorite Halloween candy. Also, candy corn is the most disgusting thing I've ever tried. I have a candle that is candy corn scented, which smells delicious, but the actual taste is shit. Next question is, what is your favorite Halloween song? And mine is definitely the Monster Mash. That song is a smash.
Did the mash.
He did the Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
He did the mash.
The next question is, horror movies or kids' Halloween movies? For me, it's 100% horror movies. I love going to the theater and seeing a scary movie with my friends. It's like one of the best feelings ever. Even though it's scary sometimes, that's the best part of it all. I also like to watch scary movies by myself. I saw Annabelle by myself in my room, but I don't like that movie. That movie was not scary. But I watch scary movies by myself, and it's a good time. Next question is, at what age did you stop trick-or-treating? And this is funny because me and McKenna, Sierra, I think I was a junior or a senior in high school, and we all went trick-or-treating, didn't think it was weird, but then when we went to the first store and we knocked on it, we were like, trick-or-treat, we're like, this is a little weird. So I think we stopped, I don't know, 2013 or 2014, because it just is honestly just got a little bit weird, and yeah, so that was that. But if you want to trick or treat for the rest of your life, who's stopping you? Maybe the police, but you know, just keep it going as long as you want to. The next question is your least favorite thing about autumn/Halloween. I don't have a least favorite thing about this season and the holiday because they're both of my favorites. I think it's a bummer when people don't like them, or I think it's a super bummer when people don't like Halloween. Kind of hurts my heart a little bit, but that's not even to do with like the holiday, it's just to do more so with people. But yeah, I don't really have a least favorite thing because this holiday and the month, it's my stuff. The next question is trick or treat, and for me, definitely trick. I always talk about it with my friends that I want to pull the ultimate prank on somebody, and I do. I have compilation videos in my phone of me scaring my friends. Also, I scare my sister all the time. Also, my niece and nephew, they're 4 and 5, and they're just like the perfect age to trick. My mom tells me no one's gonna take me serious in life because I'm always joking, and maybe she's right, but definitely trick. The next question is, if you were the protagonist of a classic horror where the murderer is in the house, the power is out, and you have no phone battery, what would you do first? Well, I would definitely not run up the stairs. If I was in the vicinity where there was a weapon or a knife, like I was in the kitchen or something, I would grab the weapon, then I would book it out the front door. If the murderer came in contact with me, I would try to use some psychology stuff on them. Be like, oh, hey, what's up? How's the weather? Because I've heard that works. And if it doesn't work, I would run. Or if they came after me, I would try to kill them. If that didn't work, then I'd be dead. But also, you know, if they didn't come after me, I would find help. Go to the nearest police station, go to my neighbor's house if they weren't weird, and I would get help. Next question is, which Harry Potter character do you relate to most? And I would say I have 2. Hermione, because she thinks knowledge is the best thing that you can have, and I agree. She's also very loyal with her friends, would do anything to get her friends out of certain situations because they don't make the best decisions. And also Neville, because nobody ever really takes him seriously, but he saves everyone's ass at the end of the day. Question is a favorite spooky cartoon. I don't really have a very like scary cartoon that I can think of. I think a great cartoon to watch during the Halloween time or during fall is Gravity Falls. That show is so complex and epic that it's just great, and it's also a little bit spooky. I love the intro music. It's got a little bit of a spook to it. Just a great show in general. The next question is, what is your favorite quote about fall? And I don't have a favorite quote involving specifically fall, more so I do Halloween, and that is, every day is Halloween, isn't it? For some of us. And that is by Tim Burton, and I love that quote so much because it's true. The next question is October mornings or October evenings? Both. I cannot decide. I am definitely a morning person. I wake up early all the time, like at 7 a.m., 6 a.m. I'm always the first one up. Love mornings. Also, I stay up late, so best of both worlds. Last question is, any good spoopy fall anime recommendations? Since I don't watch anime, I can't give you any anime recommendations, but I do think that there are some great like fall TV shows. One being, I almost said Spoopy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow, which is a TV show. Also, the movie's great as well. iZombie is really funny. It got a little bit of spooky there. Since I talk about mostly books on this channel, had to mention a book, and it is my favorite book, one of my favorite books of this year, and it's definitely got some spookiness, and that is Madness So Discreet by Mindy McGinnis. If you've seen this, you know it's about this girl. She's set in an insane asylum. It's great. Just go ahead and read it. Also, the Halloween episode of Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, I watch that nearly every October, and I mean, it is spooky, it is funny as heck, and it's so cute. Oh my god, that show was the best. Why'd they have to go on a cruise and ruin it all? So that was the Halloween tag. If you want to do this tag, I say you go ahead and do it. And you know what's not to love about answering some spooky questions? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're having a wonderful October, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.